Hey everybody, it's your daily report with Angry Tim. There's been so many things going on in the news. It seems like every day it's like a crazy headline, just unbelievable things going on with the Doji team finding so much fraud in the government. They're just shutting down things left and right because you can't even fix it. It's so bad that they just have to start from the ground up. There's things in politics, there's tariffs, we have tariff wars. It's like the stock market is up, then it's down. Gold, silver, up and down, cryptos, up and down. For the most part, it's kind of holding steady. It's not as volatile as the stock market. It's hard to make any kind of decision right now. If you're an investor, you wanted to buy some property, it's like, is interest rates, is it staying? Is it going down? Is it going up? Is the real estate market going to crash? It's like no one knows what's going on. You know, the average Joe is having a hard time paying his or her bills. Student loans aren't getting paid. Car loans aren't getting paid. Mortgages aren't getting paid. Even just people renting, rent isn't being paid. That's not just for regular people. This is also on the commercial side. Businesses are not paying their leases. So it's hitting everyone everywhere. So it's hard to make a move, investment move, when you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Supposedly, the idea is with the tariffs, it'll force different countries to start manufacturing in the United States, so they don't have to pay that tariff, and it'll be cheaper than paying the tariff and shipping it from overseas. It would be cheaper to, build a factory here, hire American workers, or use robotics or AI. But anyway, to build and sell it in the United States will be cheaper than whatever cheap labor they're using in another country and shipping it over here and paying the tariff. So that's the idea. The problem is there's a gap. We don't have a lot of these factories here, or any of these factories here. So if you wanted to buy car tires made in the USA, I don't know who makes tires in the USA anymore. So some tire factory will have to build a factory in the United States somewhere and use either robotics or regular human labor, train these people, get this tire factory up and going, and then they can start supplying it to all the tire shops out here in the US. But how long does it take to build that factory? Some places, it can take 6 months to a couple of years to break ground, build it up to code, get all the permits and things like that. And they would have to build probably multiple tire factories. And that's just tires. Your car is full of all kinds of parts, alternators, batteries, belts, just every little thing you can think of. Headlight, the light bulbs, that's just in the automotive industry. We have furniture. There's a lot going on. So it could be a great opportunity, but imagine if you wanted to start a tire factory. So you go out where land is cheap, you buy an acre or a couple acres of land to build like a 20, 30, 40,000 square foot, a small tire factory. You get everything going. And then Trump makes a deal with China, says, all right, we're gonna just cancel all tariffs, you cancel all tariffs, and we'll just be zero tariffs on both sides. And then all of a sudden, China imports tires coming in from China, Vietnam, other places, and then now you can't compete again. So it's like everything it's like temporary. It changes so quickly, it's hard to make a move. You wanna buy a house, well, interest rates are here right now, but it could drop to 4% in a couple of months, or it can go up to 8 or 9%. Who knows what's going on? So do you really want to lock in a long-term 30-year mortgage right now, or is the real estate price going up or down? We have no stability. So people are just kind of waiting to see what happens, especially with this tariff thing, because that's huge. We don't know, are there going to be more jobs here, or is this just kind of a little negotiating tactic Trump is using, and all of a sudden he's just going to cancel tariffs everywhere? Or is this a permanent thing where he just wants to have tariffs on everything imported into the country? He was talking about using that to offset our income tax, where if you're making, I think, less than 200 or 250,000 a year, you may pay no income taxes because of all the revenue being collected from the tariffs. And he's trying to abolish the IRS. He's going to create the ERS, which is the External Revenue Service, which is going to be collecting money off of tariffs instead of collecting money off of your income. So there's a lot of things going on. I don't know if any of this is permanent, how much of this is going to happen. I'm not touching anything right now. I've been looking at different properties, but the prices are still pretty high. Interest rates are high, and who knows what's going on. I see a lot of places are reducing rent, the cost to maintain apartments or even residential houses, it's crazy. I have a neighbor who just put in a driveway across the street from me, and he made, just a little from the street, it goes up to his garage, to the front door, and kind of curves around back to the street again. It's not that much concrete, $35,000. I probably put just as much concrete when we did our driveway 7 years ago. I think I paid like $8,000. So that's ridiculous. Can you imagine if you had to build a whole parking lot? The cost is just ridiculous right now. No one can find labor, so everyone is charging an arm and a leg for any type of labor work out there. Is this temporary, or is this the way everything is going from now on? A lot of things are changing. I'm gonna try and get more news on the tariffs, but things just change all the time. As soon as I wanna make a video about something that comes out, it changes the next day, or that's already old news. It's just, things are just happening so fast right now. What I've heard is these new factories, when they come to the US, either from US companies or foreign companies that wanna start manufacturing in the US, it's gonna have very little human labor involved. It'll be mostly robotic and AI driven. It's not going to be like these sweatshops you see in China where you just see, rows and rows of sewing machines or whatever, and they're stitching together clothing or shoes or things like that, where there's a lot of human labor involved. These new factories are going to have very minimal human labor involved. It's just going to be mostly robotics, AI, all computerized, and maybe have a few guys managing the computer systems, robotics and things like that, but we're not going to have rows and rows and rows of people. So, there will be new jobs, but it's not going to be low level, jobs working in a factory. It'll be upper, these are people who can run these computer systems, AI systems, or program robots and fix and maintain them. So these are going to be very tech heavy jobs. There may be some, lower kind of blue collar factory jobs, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near like what we see in China right now. It's going to be a whole new generation of manufacturing. But let me know what you think. What direction are we headed? Is this permanent, or is this a negotiation tactic Trump is using, and then we're just going to go back to the same old cheap stuff from China, and he'll just remove all the tariffs? I'll get more videos out for you soon, but just wanted to know what you guys think about all of these tariffs. It's just crazy, all these things going on right now. Can't even keep up with it. That's all I got for you today. Your friend, Angry Tim.